What's your type?
Black guys.
You like black guys?
Yeah.
Yeah? Not white guys? You don't like white guys?
No, all of my exes have been black.
Yeah.
However, my last ex, who's Nigerian, cheated on me with my best friend.
Oh. So since then you've never been with a white guy?
No, I don't know what my type is anymore.
Oh my god. So let me ask you a question right now. Being a white girl, would you say that you get a lot of hate when you're in an interracial relationship?
No,
You don't get no hate.
no hate. No hate over here.
Alright, cool. What's your type?
I think my type is physically the opposite of me. So, dark hair, dark skin, dark eyes. Like, that's what I like.
Black men.
Yeah, some people just go by opposites, you know. Some people I find people who date based on color specifically to be kind of weird. I think it's a little racist. But equally, some people who prefer just the opposite, just for the sake of it. It's fetishization because of the way it looks, right? Like just the complete opposite. Nothing wrong with that because at the end of the day, attraction towards someone has some form of objectification, you know? Like for example, like the women who only date let's call them the snow bunnies, who only date people of the opposite race, most likely were raised around those types of people. For the simple fact that it's called the mere exposure effect, where you are attracted to what you are exposed to on a daily basis. So if you have Melissa the white girl who fucking listens to Pink Floyd all day, and then you have another girl, fucking Melissa the white girl who listens to Biggie all day, just the exposure to that over time is going to develop a preference. It's just it's a function of exposure, and when you see it all the time and it's different to you, you fetishize it. You know, and will it turn to love? Well, guess what? How many people that we date actually end up being in a long term relationship, right? Like most of the people that you date, it's not going to work out. So I don't know the percentage of these interracial ones that just do it for the sake of them being black, right? But it depends on the person's attachment style, to be honest with you.
Either go for black queens or they go for snow bunnies. Now, snow bunnies are white Caucasian women who are really into the darker skinned man, to be pretty accurate. Loads in Europe. It's now in fashion, and it also boosts their kind of social circle, and it's deemed as really cool if they go for a white snow bunny. Anyway, a lot of them do like the black queens. They're more into their figure, but if there's like a white chick who is particularly curvy, who looks like a black chick but she's a white chick, fucking hell, that snow bunny is going to be onto a winner. And then they create these children, which in turn are so beautiful, and they take a little bit from both sides. Very genetically strong children also, because their genes are so mixed. And you ask the snow bunny.
I mean, it's a wild thing to say. I need a black guy to have a genetically strong child. You know, it's a little Hitler-ish, you know. A little, you're close. You walk a little close to that mustache, you know. It's a little crazy to say.
Why she wants an African or black god, and she will say because he's the opposite of me. They're blonde, they're white, but they've got
Yep.
those curves that those
People, that's actually a real thing. If you don't believe that, then you're just virtue signaling. Some people will literally date the opposite because it looks different. Like it looks like they like the contrast. Humans like contrast. You pay attention where there's contrast. My eyes, the one thing you pay attention to the most is where there's most contrast. Here, eyes, black eye, white, black, mid range, black. Like there's a lot of contrast here and here. So you pay attention to it. You don't notice this, right? So there's just something about humans that enjoys contrast. In fact, animals enjoy contrast. But also evolutionarily, it means better genes. Like, like it means better genetics. That's why the people from the Middle East have the most genetic diversity and they have some of the strongest immune systems. It's just having genetic diversity. And so you could possibly say that evolutionarily speaking, the ones that prefer the diversity are the ones that pass on the genes the most. I mean, at a fundamental level, that means you don't bang your cousin because that's not diverse, right?
guys just go crazy for. But you see, white Caucasian men, they don't always like those curves. So black queens are off limits, and also the snow bunnies, the curvy snow bunnies are off limits too.
Okay, so to summarize this question, basically he's saying, why do you think more white girls
I could tell she's about to say some crazy shit. I know crazy shit when I see
in high
one.
school are into BBC now, as opposed to like in the past, it used to be rare. I'm just gonna answer. Y'all might not like this answer. I know y'all would just want to hear like,
boy.
oh, cause their dick is bigger. Like, but like, I'm gonna answer this as a 21-year-old that had friends that were in.
What'd you say?
But like, I'm gonna answer this as a 21-year-old that had friends that were in a lot of just like consistent interracial relationships, and also like, not to sound cocky, but I was very popular, so like I knew these people, and I'm young, I know what's going on, okay? Basically is what I'm trying to say. I really just think it's an attraction thing, because a lot of the relationships were like genuine relationships and like multiple guys, and they just happen to all be black type thing. And like, but like, they're just more athletic, more dominant, funnier, less cringe, I guess you can say. But yeah, I think it's mainly like the energy. They just look better, more attractive features, etc. Whereas like dating a white guy, it's just so like basic.
Honestly, it really does depend on your personality type, right? If you're the type of person that's like very quiet and shy, you might be attracted to a very aggressive person simply because they lack what you have. They have something you lack, right? It's like if you're a basketball player, you're gonna admire the best player. As soon as you're as good as that player, you stop admiring them. As soon as you gain the qualities that they have, you stop being attracted to them. That happens a lot too.
I guess you can say. And then obviously the dick plays a part in it. But when you're like that young and stuff, and it's just consistent, like actual relationships, I'm not talking about the girls that are like having sex with black guys, like not even in relationships. Obviously, I don't know everybody's sex life in high school, but like as far as like relationships go, like these girls were like genuine people. Like they're not sticking it out in a relationship because their dick is big. Like, Kelly. Anyways, that's my personal opinion. It's not necessarily the porn star answer, but yeah, I think overall, and I've said this a billion times, it's just the energy. They just have a dominant energy, and white boys have an inferior energy. Also, I find that whenever white guys have like a dominant energy, it's like unattractive. Like it's kind of
Yeah, it's because there's something about the dominant energy when you have a dad in your life that makes you really aggressive. I don't look, people, y'all that don't have no idea. Play basketball in Philly. You're gonna see some of the most aggressive motherfuckers on the planet. It's really crazy. Like it's to the point where it's like your own like yeah, I know you just came out of prison with that attitude, right? And like I said, sometimes when you find that attractive because it's something completely different, you know?
like cringe, like pipe down. But if a black guy has a dominant energy, it's like that just makes sense. And this isn't always true. This doesn't go for every black guy. It doesn't go for every white guy. But like, it's just what I found happened. Okay, so don't come for me. That's just my opinion.
Unwanted by British men.
Don't come for me. That's just my opinion.
Unwanted by British men, so the black man must want me. So the black men want the unwanted white women.
Yeah, I don't understand where people come with this thought from. You understand?
I don't know.
So I would love to check the stats if there is a stat about women, like British women, single moms that have been married. I bet there's lots of them, millions of them.
Well, I don't.
By British men, not yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
British single mom that have been married by.
But this is maybe where they're coming. They're saying, well, you're unwanted by the British man.
Yeah,
so the only person who's going to love you is a black man, as if a black man is less than a British man. When you start looking at it really deep, you go, well, you're basically saying that the white British man is up here,
Yeah.
and you're unwanted by us, so you're going to have the black man who's down here.
Oh, she's with her.
Situation. She dumped you for a black king.
Yeah, it's.
I'm sorry, but I'm not.
She's way too low, man.
Doesn't deserve him back.
White women, I think at some point in your life, you should be in a serious relationship with a black man. All of us white women, at some point in our life, a serious relationship with a black man. Just, yeah. Maybe this guy. He's sitting by himself. But I need you to be in a serious relationship with a black man just so you can hear how stupid all of your complaints actually sound. Like if you both get home from a hard day and you're like, I literally had the worst day. And he's like, yeah, I had a bad day too. And she's like, well, what happened to you? Well, another black man was shot in the back by the police. And
Like, I thought you were gonna say a black man shot me in the back. First of all, man, this lady, I could tell she's gonna say some stupid shit, man. Move on, man. Honestly, I can't with these like. I'm not even saying nothing, man. Y'all know what.
well, she is. I feel some women in here be like, well, she is.
As much as I love like the look of a black man, it is a lot from background and the culture behind it,
Yes.
like the work ethic, the hustle, like
Man.
all these things really just, as much as people want to focus on the fact that they're black,
Right.
they have a different skin tone than me, I am looking beyond that.
What you
Way
looking at, Simone?
deeper than that.
How
Like I
deep you
said, the
going?
culture,
Yeah.
the upbringing, the language.
Come on now.
Whatever.
You like that
you know.
slang, how we adjust our...
Honestly, when you're young, if you're a young snow bunny, at first it's gonna be fetishized. That's true, right? Because when you're first starting out, you're looking at the physical. But after a while, after you get used to that, then you start to get to know the person. But honestly, you can say that about with almost every situation, right? At first, it's purely superficial, but then as you get to know them more, as you get familiar with them, you get acclimated to the physical. And now you get to know the actual person. And then yes, the culture has to do something with it, you know? But look, the truth is, yeah, man, let me not even go there, man. Maybe not even go there. Look, I'll say this, man. If you date a Dominican guy, I'm gonna talk about my own people. If you date a Dominican guy, make sure he don't make sure he's committed. Make sure he has a dad in his life. Make sure his dad was there for his mom because a lot of the times kids take example of what the dad does and how dad treats his mom. So if dad wasn't home and you're dating that Dominican guy, I'm telling you, man, most likely he'll do the same shit to you because things repeat themselves, right? People never do things just once. Families never do things just once. Cultures never do things just once. Humans repeat themselves. History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes, right? People don't repeat themselves, but they do rhyme a lot, right? So that's why I tell people, man, go for people who have a strong family base. And I don't care. I don't care what people tell me. I will discriminate you based on your culture. If you come from a culture that doesn't value family, and I'm trying to have a family with you, I'll make an educated guess and take my chances with a culture that values family. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Right? Like for example, like if yeah, it's true. Like I tell people, man, I don't give a fuck, man. Discriminate the fuck out of people, man. Discriminate. If you're gonna have a kid with someone, make sure that motherfucker has seen examples in his family of people being there for their kids, because people imitate, they copy, they do they see what they do. No, they do what they see from other people. So if you're dating a guy and his fucking mom and his dad left your mom and he was an abuser, I promise you, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by that golden dick. People never do things once. Families repeat themselves. Yeah.
Words and ebonics, you like that?
All of that. And like
Isn't
I
it
said,
charismatic?
the music, the
You like
movies,
keep going.
the style.
Keep going. Don't stop now. We got enough
The
time to keep.
haircuts.
Ooh, the haircuts? God damn, what else?
Do you know what? Like
What?
for years, right? I never was into dreads.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like they're growing up.
Now she liking dreads out there, mother. Man, the natural man. Shout out to Bob Marley, you nappy head mother. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm glad you asked this because even though I've dated mostly black guys since I was 15, it is not my sole preference. The only thing that I have like around my preference is that I don't date white guys. And a lot of people automatically assume, oh, she just
I promise you, she wasn't raised with white guys. That's why she doesn't date white
States,
guys.
but no, like I will date Asian guys, Hispanic guys, Middle Eastern guys, Indian guys. I will date every other ethnicity besides white. And the deeper that I dig on this, it's definitely childhood trauma. Like I got made fun of so much in middle school and high school, and I grew up in the whitest state, so it was only like white boys bullying me, right? And I think it like subconsciously created this thing where it's like I just don't fuck with them. I
All right,
also,
that's
my
fair.
first boyfriend was white, second boyfriend was black. And the way that people treated me when I started dating the black kid, crazy. The things that they said about me, about him, insane. That kid also ended up getting shot and killed. Like totally random, was like wrong place, wrong time. And I went to a party
Sounds like
that
the hood.
summer and all of the white
Like the whole hood is wrong place, wrong time. Like I lived in the hood, and one time a guy said, "You think it'll hurt if I shot you?" I'm like, "What did you just fucking say, nigga? Did you just tell me if it'll hurt if you shot me?" But shit, I left 2 weeks later, man. That was when I started YouTube.
like, what did you expect? Like, he's black and he just deserves. And it's like that stuck with me so fucking hard. I think that was honestly the turning point where I was like, I'm never fucking with a white guy again. Like, there was just this level of like out of touch with reality, out of touch with what women, like any minority, women, people of color, fucking people with disabilities, like there was just this, I think, this privilege that I saw in white men, and not all of them. I'm not gonna like lump them all together, but at least the ones that I grew up with.
Don't be insulting Whitey in front of me, okay? I'll defend Whitey too.
That like it just completely turned me off. I just could never. It's not to say that I couldn't end up with a white guy, but it's like now I have a mixed kid, and like there are just certain values that I want to instill in her that like I don't know if like a white guy is gonna be able to raise her the way, you know what I mean? Like now it's
What, the white way? What the fuck? Like honestly, like you think a little, you think a lot of, you think a little bit too much about a white girl. Like just have your kid and don't even think about that kid's color, man. Don't even have the skin talk. Like honestly, it's
just
I didn't
deeper
have to
than
have the
that.
talk.
But that's a long answer.
Okay, one in my post, I did not
Bro,
mention
you're not
any
white. Get the
race.
fuck out of here, man. She's not white. Anyways, yeah. I mean, hey, more people. Look, me personally, I'll be honest. The races I've dated were mostly Hispanics because I was raised around Hispanics, white girls, black girls, not Asian, not because I don't like them, not Indian, not because I don't like them. They just don't like me back. Like I'll go for an Indian girl any day, right? Um, I'll be honest, the white girls are the most open minded. Like they'll say they date white guys, honestly, but from my experience, I'll be honest with you, I'm light skinned. I'm a little different, right? I don't look like fucking Michael Jordan, right? Like you don't look at me, you don't think of Michael Jordan, you don't think of Wesley Snipes, right? You think of fucking Tyrese Halliburton. So it might be a little different. I don't know how it is for full black guys. I imagine it is different. I think so. But it's just from my experience, man. I've never had any problems with it. Like, never felt weird. That movie Get Out is propaganda. It's anti interracial dating propaganda. Yeah, man. Let me know what you guys think about this, man. It's kind of interesting. It's props to those white girls for talking about that, because I want to see the white girls that say I don't date black guys. I want to hear about that.